Did you know that the sun, our very own star, holds such immense power that if it were to explode, it could vaporize the Earth and the entire solar system in a matter of seconds? Our sun, that brilliant celestial body we see in the sky each day, is not just a beautiful sight. It's a raging, swirling ball of nuclear fusion, dwarfing our planet in size and power. Imagine 1 million Earths. That's how many you could fit inside the sun. Its colossal size is matched only by its immense energy output, a testament to the sun's extraordinary power. Every second, the sun churns out an energy equivalent to about 100 billion nuclear bombs. This energy, radiating out in all directions, fuels life on our planet. It warms our world, drives our weather, and powers the process of photosynthesis, the very basis of life on Earth. Without the sun, there would be no life as we know it. But the sun doesn't just play a crucial role for Earth. It's the gravitational anchor for our entire solar system. It holds planets, asteroids, comets, and other celestial bodies in its grip, orchestrating a cosmic dance that has been ongoing for over 4.5 billion years. Yet this power, as life-giving as it is, also harbors potential for unimaginable destruction. If anything were to disrupt the delicate balance of forces within the sun, the results could be catastrophic. A sudden release of energy could send a lethal blast of radiation hurtling towards Earth. Or worse, if the sun were to explode, it could obliterate our planet and the entire solar system in the blink of an eye. Think about it. The same star that gives us daylight, that allows plants to grow, that fuels the very existence of life on Earth, also holds the potential to wipe it all out in an instant. The sun's power is truly awe-inspiring. But what if something goes wrong? What's the most horrifying event that could possibly happen? To understand the potential horrors that could befall the sun, we first need to understand the life cycle of a star. It all begins in a nebula, a vast cloud of dust and gas in space. Within these nebula, pockets of gas begin to collapse under their own gravity, forming what we call protostars. As these protostars continue to accumulate mass, they heat up, eventually reaching a point where nuclear fusion ignites. This is the birth of a star. Our sun, like any other star, went through this process approximately 5 billion years ago. It's currently in what we call the main sequence stage of its life. This phase is the longest in a star's life, where it spends the majority of its existence. During the main sequence, the star is in a state of equilibrium, with the gravitational force pulling inward, balanced by the outward pressure from nuclear fusion. This is where the magic happens as the star burns hydrogen into helium, producing light and heat in the process. But even stars aren't immortal. They eventually run out of hydrogen to burn. This is where things begin to change dramatically. When a star exhausts its hydrogen fuel, it starts to contract under its own gravity. But as it contracts, it heats up, and this heat pushes the outer layers of the star outward. The star inflates, becoming a red giant. Our sun will follow this path, growing so large it will swallow up the inner planets, including Earth. The fate of the star after the red giant phase depends on its mass. Stars like our sun will eventually shed their outer layers, leaving behind a hot, dense core known as a white dwarf. Larger stars, on the other hand, end their lives in a spectacular supernova explosion, leaving behind a neutron star or a black hole. So what happens when a star like our sun exhausts its hydrogen supply? The answer is both fascinating and terrifying. As the sun burns through its hydrogen, it will eventually reach a stage where it starts to die. This is where things get truly horrifying. The sun, our life-giving star, is in a constant state of nuclear fusion, converting hydrogen into helium at its core. It's been doing this for roughly 4.5 billion years, and it's got about 5 billion more to go. But what happens when the hydrogen fuel runs out? Well, the sun won't just flicker out like a spent candle. Instead, it begins a transformative journey into its twilight years, a process that is both fascinating and terrifying. As the hydrogen at the core depletes, the core contracts and heats up. This increased heat pushes the outer layers of the sun to expand, and our star swells into what's known as a red giant. It's hard to truly comprehend the scale of this transformation. The sun will grow so large that it will engulf the orbits of the innermost planets, Mercury and Venus. And what about our home, the Earth? Well, the fate of our planet is uncertain. It's possible that Earth might be swallowed by the expanding sun, or it might just barely escape being devoured. But even if Earth avoids being swallowed, the intense heat from the nearby red giant will boil our oceans, rendering our planet uninhabitable. But don't start panicking just yet. This won't happen for another 5 billion years. That's a lot of time for us to figure out how to pack up and move to another planet or even another star system. The death of our sun is a natural part of its life cycle, a fate that awaits all stars. It's a process that takes billions of years, unfolding on a timescale that's hard for us humans to truly comprehend. The sun's death will be a slow, drawn-out process, but the end result will be nothing short of apocalyptic. But remember, this is not the end of the universe, just the closing of a chapter in the grand cosmic story. The death of the sun will have catastrophic consequences, not just for Earth, but for the entire solar system. Imagine a world without light, without warmth. That's what we're looking at when we consider the sun's death. The sun's demise won't be a quiet, peaceful event. Instead, it will be a violent, explosive occurrence, causing a chain reaction throughout our entire solar system. As the sun exhausts its nuclear fuel, its core will collapse under gravity, causing the outer layers to expand. Our once friendly neighborhood star will transform into a red giant, swallowing Mercury, Venus, and possibly even Earth. As the sun continues to expand, its gravitational pull will weaken, causing the outer planets to drift away, lost in the cold, dark expanse of the universe. The destruction doesn't end there. The death of the sun also means the end of life as we know it. Without the sun's energy, our planet will be plunged into a deep, perpetual winter. Photosynthesis will cease, oceans will freeze over, and life as we know it will halt. But from this death, a new form of beauty will be born. As the sun sheds its outer layers, a brilliant display of colors will light up the universe, creating what's known as a planetary nebula. This nebula will serve as a cosmic tombstone, a final testament to the once mighty sun. And what of the sun's core? It will shrink and cool over billions of years, becoming a dense, white-hot ember in the sky known as a white dwarf. This white dwarf will be the only remnant of our once vibrant sun, a faint, ghostly glow in the darkness. The sun's death is a horrifying prospect, but remember, this event is billions of years away. So while we ponder the sun's eventual demise, let's also take a moment to appreciate the life-giving energy it provides us every day. For now, our sun continues to shine, sustaining life on our small blue planet in this vast, mysterious universe. Our discussion might seem terrifying, but it's important to remember our place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. The universe is an intricate ballet of cosmic forces, where stars like our sun play a vital role. This dance of life and death, creation and destruction, has been going on for about 13.8 billion years and will continue for billions more. Stars are born, they live, and they die. It's a natural process as fundamental to the universe as breathing is to us. Our sun, this awe-inspiring beacon of warmth and life, is just one of the countless stars scattered across the vast cosmic canvas. It's been burning bright for about 4.5 billion years, and it will continue to do so for roughly another 5 billion. But eventually, it too will succumb to the inescapable march of cosmic time. But here's the beautiful part. The death of a star is not an end, but a transformation. When stars die, they don't simply vanish. Instead, they scatter their material across the cosmos. The elements that make up the stars, the planets, and even us are spread throughout the universe, ready to become part of new stars, new planets, and perhaps new life. This is the grand cosmic cycle of life and death. Stars, like our sun, are not just balls of gas burning in the void of space. They are cosmic forges, creating the very elements that make up our world and ourselves. And when they die, they seed the universe with these elements, ensuring that the cycle continues. So, while the thought of the sun's death might be horrifying, it's also strangely comforting. It's a reminder of our place in the cosmos, of the fact that we are all made of star stuff, and that our existence is tied to the life and death of stars. While the sun's death is indeed a horrifying thought, it's a reminder of our fleeting existence in the vast, ever-changing universe.